Hello and welcome to Ref Sports. The day one of the Gaul test has gone in India's favour. KL Rahul and Devdutt Padikkal are the two orchestras for the Indian team in what has been a beautiful, lovely day for cricket and a lovely day for India. This is a segment powered by our tech partner Str8bat, and we will analyse KL Rahul, who has been one of the most dependable players for the Indian team in test format for a while now. KL Rahul, with his experience, this is his third tour of Sri Lanka, scored a brilliant half century, a very calm and composed half century. Some may find it boring, but that was a bit of traditional piece of test batting, all class from KL Rahul. And what he scored a half century of 120 odd deliveries. But one particular shot which caught the eyes of everyone sitting in the press box was 1-6 straight down the ground against Jayasuriya, who is known as Mr. Gaul, the king of Gaul. And the assuredness which KL Rahul showed in that in the 16th over, the first delivery of the 16th over, actually gave us a bit of insight as to how confident he is around his batting. But at the same time, the king of Gaul, Jayasuriya, 1 over later came up with a peach of a delivery, very similar delivery to beat KL Rahul on all hands up. Again, Str8bat has provided us with some fantastic, some brilliant insight on those particular two deliveries, and we will discuss around what exactly happened. What was the difference which firstly allowed KL Rahul to hammer Jayasuriya for a 6, and secondly, what allowed Jayasuriya to bounce back in a traditional left-arm fashion, left-arm spinner fashion here at the beautiful, picturesque Gaul International Stadium. I'll hand it over to my colleague Shamik Chakravarti, who will give you the details of what the Str8bat team has provided us around those two particular deliveries. Over to you, Shamika.
These are some fantastic data, you know. Credit goes to Str8bat for providing us with such insightful data. I first start with the first ball of the 16th over. Yes. Jayasuriya was bowling, and I'm checking my notes that it was obviously he's a left-arm orthodox spinner, and it was on the leg stump. The ball was on the leg stump.
Very
fuller. And KL Rahul stepped out, and it's a clean bat path, and he hit it over the side screen for a 6.
Right.
Now,
and he committed fully.
He committed fully. And now, if we go into the technical nitty-gritties of it, what do you see? The details provided by Str8bat says, in that shot, his bat speed was between 110 and 170 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Right. And the sweet spot was 90%.
Wow.
The sweet spot was 90%.
That's almost the middle of the bat.
The bat. And given that the modern day bats with the largest sweet spot area, that is why it effortlessly traveled over the side screen. And that timing index was 94%. Okay. So you can understand how beautifully he timed the ball. And also it was very important, given, as you said, Jayasuriya, the king of Gaul, and it was important to take the attack to him a very early stage, not allowing him to get into the group. Because you know what happens against spin, it is a psychological battle.
Yes.
Because once you are taking the initiative, you need to take the initiative. You need to rest the initiative, because in that case you are instantly putting the spin bowler on the back foot. So that was the thing. And once again, coming to that, see the way he played, and also the bat lift, the back lift, the way that was 38 degrees. Okay. That was 38 degrees. The way he lifted the bat, that was so. It is not like it was a very high back lift. So it was a shorter back lift, but it contributed to the timing.
He focused on the timing.
And it could only happen when you are picking the length early.
Yes.
Unless you are picking the length early, you cannot do that.
Right.
But now, once again, Jayasuriya, a response was due, and 2 overs later, he came up with that response. Now, over to Shubhayan. Just tell our viewers about that, and then I will analyze again.
The fifth ball of the 18th over. If you look at
18th over, yes.
If you look at that delivery, he tossed it up. It was a traditional left arm spinner, left arm orthodox spinner's delivery. And this Gaul pitch, yes, it is a batting beauty, but at the same time, there are patches from where the ball is turning, the ball is moving, the ball is drifting also. So that is where Prabhat Jayasuriya tried to put it with some flight, with some drift, and the ball. What happened? It pitched up. It was he pulled it back a bit. It was a length delivery just outside of, just around the off stump, and it drifted. It spun sharply from there, which beat KL Rahul on all hands up.
Once again, if we analyze, once again he was bitten on the length.
Yes.
Like the previous shot, the one he hit for a 6, he picked the length early,
Yes.
he was bitten on the length. And what it did, here his bat speed, once again data provided by Str8bat,
Yes.
his bat speed was reduced to 58 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Right. And no timing index because it was a missed shot. The back lift was just 34%. And once again, no question of a sweet spot because
Yes.
once again he missed. But it is about the thing when players commit to that shot, they miss the ball 31% times lesser than when they commit to the ball. He committed to the ball.
Yes.
He committed to the ball, and data also shows on committed shot the bat's plane wobble is 17% lesser compared to non-committed shots.
What is the bat's plane wobble? When you hit the ball, the bat sometimes moves. It moves. When you are committed, when you know what shot you are playing, you go with hard hands. You go and focus on timing, and that is where the bat wobble is pretty less as compared to when you are non-committal, when you are tentative around a shot that you want to play. And that is what happened in the 18th over when Prabhat Jayasuriya tossed it up. He pulled his length back. KL Rahul thought, should I go for that shot or should I just stay back and leave the ball? And that is where Prabhat Jayasuriya's class is also visible to all of us, that you know, it is an easy pitch to bat on. It is a relatively easy pitch to bat on, but you can never underestimate a class spinner like a Prabhat Jayasuriya, and that is what he did.
Exactly. And what happens, you know, I mean, Prabhat Jayasuriya, if you talk about someone like Prabhat Jayasuriya, no disrespect to him, yeah, as you said, he is the king of Gaul,
Yeah.
but over the last few matches, I was checking a stat that over the last 87 overs, he has taken
100 overs now.
Yeah, 100
Now
overs now. He has taken just 1 wicket. So he's going through that phase
Yes.
when a bowler is a bit unsure about his length, about his flight, about his look. If you talk about someone like someone who is absolute elite, like Bishan Singh Bedi,
Or Rangana Harat.
or Rangana Harat, someone, I mean, absolutely top rung.
Right.
They used to tease the batsman with their flight. They used to have that special ability to hold it back. The ball is not arriving. You are there, the ball is not arriving. Here also in the second shot, there was a glimpse that KL Rahul thought the ball was arriving, but it didn't.
Yes.
And that is why he committed to that shot.
Absolutely, and that was the two shots which caught our eye. Two shots, one sweetly timed as the data provided by Str8bat, and again the second which was the mastery of Prabhat Jayasuriya. So it's a battle between the spinners and the Indian batters. So far, KL Rahul's shot percentage, the control percentage is over 90%. So it shows how composed, how calm he is out there, and he is someone who is just driving this innings forward for the Indian team. It has been a brilliant start from the visitors, from Shubman Gill and the company, and now let's see from there how long they can build and put pressure on the Sri Lankan team here at the Gaul International Cricket Stadium. Thank you, Str8bat, for providing these data, and let us know what you think about these data. KL Rahul's knock in the comment section below. Like, share and subscribe to Rev Sports for all the coverage and technical analysis from these two test matches here in Gaul and then followed by in Colombo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Rev Sports. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Rev Sports, your favorite destination.